Marcus was the most successful merchant in the entire city of Oakhaven. Everything he touched turned to gold. His warehouses were full, his ships dominated the port, and his word was as good as a signed contract. He was, by all accounts, a man of unshakable confidence. He moved through the world with a certainty that was both admirable and intimidating. He made decisions instantly, never second-guessed himself, and had a logical reason for every move he made. Hesitation, he often said, is the rust of the mind. One day, a new trade route opened to the dangerous, uncharted Northern Isles. It was a route everyone else feared, full of storms, hidden rocks, and unpredictable currents. Marcus, seeing only profit, announced he would send his new flagship, the Titan, on the maiden voyage. His advisors were horrified. "It's too risky," said his oldest captain. "We know nothing of those waters," Marcus simply smiled. "I know the ship, I know the cargo, and I know the numbers. The risk is calculated and the profit is assured. We sail in 1 week." His confidence filled the room, and the advisors fell silent. That evening, Marcus was reviewing the ship's manifests. His young son, Leo, who rarely spoke, was quietly playing with wooden blocks nearby. "Father?" Leo asked, looking up from his blocks. "Yes, Leo?" Marcus replied, not looking up from his papers. "If the Titan is the strongest ship, why is it sailing into a storm?" Marcus finally looked up. "It's not sailing into a storm, Leo. It's sailing to the north. The potential for storms is just a risk, but the ship is strong enough to handle it." Leo looked back down at his block tower, which was very tall and wobbling slightly. "But what if the storm is stronger than the ship? What if you're wrong?" Marcus laughed, a deep, confident sound. "I'm not wrong, son. My calculations are precise. The ship will hold." Leo nodded, then gently pushed one of the bottom blocks of his tower. The entire structure collapsed in an instant. Leo looked at the pile of blocks. "I was confident my tower would stand too." A strange, cold feeling crept into Marcus's chest. It was an unfamiliar sensation. He dismissed it. "That's different, Leo. Those are toys. This is business." But for the first time in his life, the seed of doubt had been planted. That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. He kept seeing the image of Leo's tower collapsing. "What if I'm wrong?" He got up and lit a candle, pulling out the maps of the Northern Isles. He looked at the vast, blank spaces marked uncharted. He reviewed the shipbuilder's reports, seeing the words strongest oak and reinforced hull. His confident mind kept saying, "It is fine. The logic is sound." But a new, quiet voice, one that sounded a lot like his son, whispered, "But what if you're wrong?" This was the confident man's doubt. It was terrifying. It wasn't based on new information or a flaw in his logic. It was based on a simple human what if. He spent the next 3 days in a quiet agony. To the world, he was the same decisive Marcus, but inside he was at war. He rechecked every calculation. He went to the docks and inspected the Titan himself, running his hands over the wood, tapping the masts. The day before the launch, he called his advisors. They expected final orders. Marcus looked at them, his face serious. "We are adding a delay," he said. The room gasped. Marcus never delayed. "We will send 2 smaller, faster ships first," Marcus continued. "They will map the uncharted waters. They will find the safe harbors. The Titan will not sail until they return." His oldest captain stared at him. "But the cost? The delay? You were so certain." Marcus looked at his captain, and for the first time, his expression wasn't one of pure confidence. It was one of wisdom. "I was confident in my calculations," Marcus said. "I forgot to be humble about my knowledge. My son taught me that even a perfect plan can be destroyed by one thing you didn't see. I am still confident we will succeed. But we will succeed by being careful, not just by being certain." The doubt hadn't made him weak. It had made him wise.